Our next student speaker is Mina. Mina joined the Gateway to College program in the fall of 2020. She has been accepted and will attend UW-Madison this coming fall to study East Asian languages and civilizations. After that, she plans to pursue a graduate degree in foreign policy and work towards her goal of becoming a U.S. diplomat. So, congratulations, Mina.
Hello everyone, my name is Mina Yildiz, and I stand on this momentous stage to share my unique journey as both a Gateway to College graduate and as an individual who has overcame so much just to be standing here today. Overcoming adversities that we've all faced in one way or another, even if the circumstances vary between us. I want to take a moment for us, the graduates, their families, and the wonderful staff that has helped guide us to this point, to bask in the idea that we've made it, we did it, we graduated. It is an accomplishment not everyone gets the chance to achieve. The Gateway to College program has provided an opportunity, or as I said before, a chance, for students such as myself to put the traditional school environment behind them. For me, the traditional high school environment did not support my needs. For example, in 9th grade, I was in a pre-diagnosis state of my 3 current chronic diseases: ulcerative colitis, dysautonomia, and polycystic kidney disease. Therefore, my body was in shock and was attacking my central nervous system. As a result, I had debilitating anxiety, panic attacks, depression, and fatigue that made the average school day unbearable. I was unable to spend the entire day at school and would often skip class, mixing with the wrong groups of people. Consequently, my grades suffered, and so did I. My mom thankfully decided to pull me out of the environment and into a significantly smaller alternative school. The school was focused on healing, which helped create a safe space for me, especially because at that time, I was dealing with the stalking of a person who unfortunately mentally and sexually abused me. I was lucky to receive various therapies that helped me get through that challenging year. I will not delve deeper into that topic because I know it may be a trigger for some, but I want to recognize the strength for all the survivors who may have fallen victim to what I've gone through. Going into 10th grade, things felt a bit more stable. I reset goals for myself and foresaw a brighter future. Education and volunteering became my place of solace, and I was able to rekindle the career aspiration I've had since the 6th grade of becoming a United States diplomat. I knew I wanted to represent minorities in government as a first-generation Turkish immigrant. United States diplomats are exposed to new languages and cultures. I have found that the more I'm connected with other languages and cultures, the more I'm connected with myself. That is an example of what it means to unite people and countries together. Through this form of unity comes understanding. That is what I want to be a part of. Knowing this, I continued studying languages, even taking a Japanese online class through Madison's virtual campus and participating in a month abroad in Fukuoka, Japan. Nevertheless, I was aware if I wanted to pursue such big dreams, I would have to find a way to pursue higher education. That is when I was introduced to the Gateway to College program. I sent in my application explaining my situation, and one of the best things that ever happened to me happened. I was accepted. That began a new chapter in my life. In fact, the onset of COVID-19 began a new chapter in everyone's life. Everything was a confusing mess at this point. Existing classes at that time transitioned to virtual, and many schools struggled with this rapid change. However, the Gateway to College program ensured that the virtual switch would be essentially seamless due to the existing online-based classes. It was only mid-May of 2020, but I was already on the edge of my seat to start my junior year that fall semester. But before I knew it, around this very time, life stopped, and I was rushed into a state of emergency. My health reached a critical point and my body was shutting down. My undiagnosed ulcerative colitis had attacked my internal organs so much that just within 2 weeks, I could not move, eat, or drink. I spent the following 8 days, including my 16th birthday, in the hospital. I was diagnosed with a severe form of ulcerative colitis, an autoimmune disease that causes inflammation throughout my entire body, especially the colon. In the process of dealing with ulcerative colitis, I've also been diagnosed with autosomal dominant polycystic kidney disease, and recently dysautonomia. It has been a whirlwind managing all this back then and now. I had faced the brink of death and had to start school again just a few months after. My entire life was tipped upside down. I was scared. No day was guaranteed to me, but despite being in constant pain, trying every medication out there, at one point taking over 20 pills per day, and being forced to live a life more isolated than ever before, I was happy. I was happy because I was alive, because my dreams were still intact. I was not going to let my disease take that away from me. Not now, not ever. Dreams are an integral part of who we are, and I know who I am. I am Mina Yildiz. As a matter of fact, I've recently been asked why I always sign emails and letters, even if they're informal, with my full name. I believe it is because my name is the biggest embodiment of who I am. It symbolizes my strength, my journey, my failures, and my hardships. All that is important to me. And soon, Gateway to College is going to add to my name. When the first semester of my junior year started, I was overwhelmed by the amount of support I received from advisors, teachers, case managers, counselors, and more. Although it was a struggle to communicate the severity of my disease to some professors outside of the Gateway to College program, I still had countless of people advocate for me. And of course, the never-ending relentlessness from my parents that guaranteed I would have that support and advocacy. I initially involved myself within Madison College's student body and became a student senator. The Student Senate embodied advocacy and support, which were two things that helped me excel, and I wanted to be able to provide that to other students. During my time there, I represented Student Senate in the Academic Council, co-chaired the Racial Equity Committee, participated in office hours, brought back reports during General Assembly meetings, helped put together pieces of trainings, events, and activities, became Vice President of Team Development, and a member of the Executive Council. The Student Senate gave me a sense of purpose, and the people I worked with were such kind and ambitious human beings. I'm eternally grateful for the connections I made during my time there and the time I spent with them. I also thank the Gateway to College program for allowing me to be the youngest serving senator. Although at this point in my school career, some teachers saw I was an honor student and would question my needs for accommodations. Having to prove that I was chronically sick time and time again was extremely disheartening. Despite that, I wrapped up my final projects and finished the year off strong, but it was still the beginning of the race for me. The summer of 2021 was probably one of my most ambitious summers so far. I had been accepted into the National Security Initiative for Youth, NSLIY, Korean Language Intensive Summer Program, sponsored by the U.S. State Department. Some of my work included participating in classes, language partner meetings, cultural exploration, creating a final project, and taking pre- and post-oral proficiency interviews. On top of my work as an NSLIY student, I also was an intern through the Wanda Fulmore Youth Internship Program. I was placed at the City Attorney's Office, and through my work there, I advised and developed zoning ordinances to create a legal camping ground for the homeless located in Madison. Gained exposure and knowledge about the legislative process, municipal court, clerk's office, judges, the American legal system, and city lawyers. Connected with the mayor and alders and observed their roles in various councils and committees, participated in a judges roundtable and communicated with Madison, Wisconsin judges, along with the Supreme Court Justice Jill Karofsky, and worked alongside other Wanda Fulmore interns placed in different internship opportunities. It was a busy summer and I was ecstatic because I was doing the things that I loved, but I exerted my body too far. In late August, I found myself back in the hospital, and just a couple of weeks after, school started again. My senior year was extraordinary. I had to start the first couple months of my most memorable year with a feeding tube down my throat, which unfortunately only added more health problems down the road. I had to become very comfortable with myself and not let the prominent bright yellow tube make me feel self-conscious. It was hard to turn on my camera at first, but soon I learned how to wear it proudly. To cope, I indulged in my schoolwork. I had a lighter load of classes because I learned I had to pace myself when it came to my health, especially in the current state I was in. The Japanese, Mandarin, and environmental issues class I took were absolutely captivating. I then continued my work in Student Senate before deciding to graduate early. I officially graduated on the 1st of January, and 29 days later, I found out I had gotten accepted into the University of Wisconsin-Madison. I still remember that day like it was yesterday. My body was shaking before I clicked on my acceptance status, and when I read, "On behalf of the Committee on Admissions, it is my pleasure to offer you," I screamed and jumped up and down while hugging my dad and mom. It was such a joyous moment. All the hard work I had done led up to that. It was proof that I was bigger than my disease. My next big hurdle was to manage it. In the following months, I focused on intensive recovery, meeting with specialists, fighting insurance for my needed care, and finding myself back in the hospital one last time. Finally, after 2 years, I am now on a treatment plan that seems to be working well, and remission finally feels like it's in my sight. With my newly developed health, I now work at Commonwealth Development, a nonprofit that supports and preserves the vitality of neighborhoods in the Madison metropolitan area, and I'm actively planning for my future. I will never, ever let my health define who I am and what I can accomplish. I now want to take some time to thank the special people in my life that helped bring me to this point. First, my family for being on my side since the beginning. for inspiring me every day and providing me strength when I no longer had any. My doctors and therapists that have put in countless of hours of work to provide me with care. The staff from my previous alternative school for helping me through a tough transition. My Japanese teacher, Lynn Nitzel, for always being so kind and supportive. Lisa Giaquinto for all her understanding when working on an honors project. Ashley Hawk for mentoring me continuously without fail. John Strange for providing the amazing opportunity to intern within the City Attorney's Office. Sean Green for being the best Student Senate President ever. My school counselor, Judy Christensen, for all of her work and guidance. And finally, all of the Gateway to College staff, with a special shout out to Andrew Lamb, Joshua Static, and former director, Juanita Como, who have all made a lasting impression on me and will always be dear to my heart. To me, the Gateway to College program is a gateway to not only college, but to realizing your full potential and future successes. Lastly, I want to say that we all have our own and unique individual stories, and I am so grateful to have been given the opportunity to share mine. So thank you, and once again, everyone, congratulations.
Next, we will present our graduates. Renugana will be reading our students' names. When your name is called, graduates, please come up on the stage. Though not all of our graduates are here with us today, we will recognize all of